What's up, guys? Taylor Goon here. I think this is day 4 or day 5. Can't remember. Um, Today I want to go over my favorite pre-workout. I've got a funny little story to go along with that, and then I want to talk about work capacity and what we're trying to develop in the off season. So here we go. I'm on an empty stomach this morning. I'm already a little lightheaded and dizzy, um, but it's okay. So I wrote my points down here so I don't quit fucking forgetting what I was gonna say. Anyways, I'm gonna eat these up because it's gonna come on pretty fast now that I have a empty stomach this morning. Hmm. So, my favorite pre-workout of all time, besides the original Jack 3D, is just black coffee, whole milk, and some honey, and a little bit of tobacco and a little bit of weed. So I like hand rolling my own little cigarettes here, sprinkle a little weed in there. And it is definitely one of the best performance enhancers on the planet. So, the story that got into that is I think, I came up and started training with the original formulas like the Jacked and the original C4, the original Jekyll and Hyde, all that really fucking good, strong stuff. Um, and I think I think the first 2 or 3 years, I don't think I liked training. I don't think I was into it for what I thought I was into it for. I was into it because I was addicted to stimulants, and I, uh, I started like I'm like 19, 20 years old. Like I'm fucking retarded at the time, and well, I'm still retarded, but like less retarded. And I'd start hearing all these football guys, and they're banging weights every day, and they're like, "Yeah, we don't use pre-workout. That's weird." I was like, "Man, I love pre-workout. I fucking need this shit. This shit is like steroids." First of all, I had no idea that caffeine was even in pre-workouts. I didn't know what stimulants were. I never had caffeine growing up in my entire life until I was 18 and had a scoop of C4. So I thought this shit was just like, wow, this must be a stepping stone to steroids. I am on the right path here, baby. And I just, after 2 or 3 years of training hard, it wasn't doing the same thing. I started feeling sick, and I was like, what the fuck, man? Maybe I need to like try training without pre-workout. And I did, and I remember just like stopping halfway through the session and being like, this is dumb. I don't fucking like training. This is just exercise. What's the point? You know? And it scared me. I was like, wow, I'm gonna really look and feel fucking dumb if I can't like learn to love to train. And now it's like I barely ever take pre-workout. The coffee is really the only thing that I ever use. And I don't know. I just thought that was kind of funny how far I've come in this and how much I love, truly fucking love training. And I'm really glad that I just took that time to hate training and get off stimulants and learn what I was doing to my body. Anyways, let's eat a little bit more. I'm starting to get pretty lightheaded here. Now, I want to talk about off-season stuff, specifically work capacity. What is it? Well, it's literally the amount of work that you can perform in a single session or a single time period, a week, a month, whatever. And the higher your work capacity, the higher you can build from that on the top ends of your weights. Um, well, how do we stimulate this? How do we make the most out of increasing our work capacity? Uh, for me, I just like to work more. I like to beat myself up. The specific example that kind of sparked this thought was I trained quads really hard on Friday. I didn't finish. I didn't get to my um, single leg squats, my explosive single leg squats, like I had mentioned in the last check-in. Um, I will have the carry session and the warm up single leg squats posted later today to go along with session 4. Um, Session 5 is going to be deadlifts and squats, and I'm going to warm up with my explosive single leg squats that I missed from the previous day. Today's Sunday. Saturday, I worked all day at Nick's show. Didn't sit down, fucking moving all day. I'm fucking exhausted. I don't feel like going and training. My quads are absolutely fried. It would be one of those times where, like, if I was going in for a heavy squat and it was in season stuff, I would take a couple more days to rest and then go do it. But since the main thing that we're trying to stimulate right now is work capacity, I'm going to take advantage of my body being beat to shit and I'm going to go fucking train hard, really fucking hard. Because that's how you grow your base. That's how you increase the amount that you can work. Quite obviously, you just fucking work more. So, I'm not saying to do that when you're depleted or deprived of sleep. You know, you need to make sure those things are 80 to 90% checked off, but you need to take advantage of when your body's really fucking sore and when your muscles are really tired, and you need to go in and train fucking hard because you're not working with heavy weights that can hurt you. You're working with weights, hopefully, if you have smart programming, you're working with weights that you can make technical improvements on. You're working with weights that you can push yourself and maintain those technical improvements on as you get more and more and more tired each set as you go along. So I have a technical deadlift session planned, like we talked about doing the every other weeks. I changed my mind. I'm not going to run snatch grip every week. I'm going to do snatch grips with an eccentric focus deficits 1 week, and then the following weeks I'm going to do um, I'm going to start at 50% of my max, which is 800 pounds. So I'm going to start with 400 pounds with some band tension. So it'll be 50% plus 15 to 20% in accommodating resistance. And I'm just going to do singles, doubles, and triples. And I'm just going to work technique. I'm going to take plenty of rest time. Well, not plenty, like 2 minutes rest because I want to like maintain the slightly elevated heart rate. I want to maintain my tiredness and force myself to maintain the technique points that I'm working on as I get more and more tired. Okay, so not only is work capacity your entire ability to work, but in a specific form, it's your ability to perform, let's say, a deadlift more times in a session than your ability to ascend up in weight. Okay, so this is very important. We're building out, not up. Um, so that's the thing. That's the other thing too. Is like, yeah, you want to be pushing your accessories heavy. You want to be pushing these off-season variations heavy, relatively, but it's more important to do more, do these things more times, to do these things while you're fucked up. Um, the weight on the bar is less important than the amount that you're doing. The weight on the bar is really only important when we get to the in-season phases. So, not to continue to repeat myself, but again, it is very, very important to work very hard when you've worked very hard. It sounds fucking stupid, but that's how we develop and get better in the off season. Obviously, with some other things, you can't just condition and do volume. It has to be specific. It has to be planned. There has to be, some agility and power output components involved in the program. But really, the main thing that you're trying to fucking do is work harder. So, a small paraphrased quote on that topic is from one of my favorite old school 1800s strongman and wrestler, Arthur Saxon. Um, like I said, I am paraphrasing in this, but um, he said something to the extent of, you know, the blue collar man will always be stronger than the white collar man. And that's because the blue collar man is going to spend more time being ready, more time working, less time warming up and getting ready because he's spending more time being ready and working. And your body is just stronger and more conditioned to do more shit. So if you can do more shit, then you can train heavier because you can do more. You can train heavier for more weeks in a row because you can do more. It's pretty simple. Now, a small story just to finish up. Not really a story, but a personal recommendation for you young guys out there who don't have lives and girlfriends and such, and all the things that hold your training back. Um, what I would do, for from like 18 to probably 26, 27 years old, I would get some blue collar jobs during my work capacity phases, my off season phases. During off season, I would go get a fucking side hustle and just work a couple days a week, working my fucking ass off to do exactly what I'm talking about. I would do things like farm work and cleaning carpet, and moving companies is a really good one. If you can find a good moving company that allows you to fucking take eating breaks, you know, that's a really valuable job to have. So I highly recommend, or anything where you're really having to use your hands um, a lot of grip work on really light stuff. I highly recommend you explore this how do I fucking trash my body productively in the off season type stuff. So that's all I got for today's episode. I will follow this up with I'm gonna put the single leg squats like I'm talking about, even though I'm doing it today. I'm gonna put them on day 4's training video, and then I'll show you my deadlifts and squats in the day 5's video training video, and we'll be also following that up with either good mornings or some glute ham raise back extensions, and probably some abs. So it'll be a short and sweet day, but it'll be quite a bit of volume on each thing. So thanks for watching. Keep letting me know if you have any questions, and I don't know. I can't remember what else to say after this.